guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, January the 8th, 2021. Welcome to another eBay video. Today I'd like to discuss a scammer who is filing a chargeback through their credit card company, even though they've received the item on eBay. I'm also going to discuss several types of returns, FedEx, your comments, questions, and concerns, and a few other things that are on my mind, eBay related. So yeah, as you can see once again, it is totally cloudy out. No sunny days expected. One piece of slight good news, or what passes for good news weather-wise, is it's supposed to be dry on Sunday. If everything works out as it should, I will be able to go out on Sunday and do an exploration video for you guys. So yeah, that being said, I want to first read your comments, questions, and concerns regarding my last video, which happened to be a life story video. Kelly Garnett said, "That kid wouldn't know what it took to make a buck. His old man footed the bill for his privileged lifestyle. Good story, Joe. Guess you always had that entrepreneurial spirit even at a young age." Steve Salem wrote, "The root of his anger was probably that his old man admired you. The nice guy old man was probably very hard on his son. Maybe even his old man said to the lazy kid, 'You should be more ambitious like Hubcap Joe.'" You know, Steve, I agree with most of what you said, but I don't think he was very hard on his son at all. I think he gave his son just about everything. And I think his son was, well, you know. Rubber Wilbur wrote, "My parents bought a new Cadillac in 1984, and it lasted only about 3 years or 35,000 miles before the engine blew out. They also bought a 1987 Toyota Tercel new 3 years later, and 20 years later and 180,000 miles I was still driving it and sold it even though it was still working great. I think that explains what happened to American-made cars back in the 80s. Rubber Wilbur, as you probably know, the 1984 Cadillac had that horrible 4100 aluminum block engine that everybody hated. Those engines were junk from the factory, and a lot of people were taking them out and swapping Oldsmobile engines in their place. You probably know about that, but if you don't, I just figured I'd tell you now. But even back then, the Cadillacs really did look good. You got to admit that. The Cadillacs looked great till about, I'd say, 1995 or so, and they started going downhill after that. I will not buy another American-made car. Not only are they poor quality, but they load them up with everything. All these nonsense features you don't want just to inflate the price. Whereas if you're buying a Toyota, like Rubber Wilbur was talking about, you have a choice. You can buy the top-of-the-line Toyota, or you can buy a stripped-down one. That is the way to run a car company. Mighty Buffoon said, "When I run across fishy people like the kid in your story, I initially just get annoyed too, and I'm in utter disbelief. It's not in my nature to argue back at pricks like him, but as I get older, I understand why nice people often become jaded by the pricks of the world and learn to respond back accordingly. Perhaps life lessons like this one shape you to become the strong eBay right fighter, which I view you as. You have been an inspiration for me to stand up for what's right on eBay, and I sincerely appreciate the good service you provide us." Thank you for the positive comments, Mighty Buffoon. I'm going to read a comment now by All the Things. Oh, by the way, the comment by All the Things is about a FedEx shipment and a problem they encountered. "I had a 2-pound item, 8 by 8 by 8. FedEx scanned it in at their terminal when checked in. Receipt shows 1.8 pounds and eBay charged $12.06. FedEx revised the charges to $42 and the weight was changed to 10 pounds. I talked to FedEx in the claims department. They said I was correct because the record shows it was scanned in at 2 pounds when checked in. The claims department said my package was electronically scanned at the Memphis hub. Another box must have gotten scanned accidentally and gotten included with my package. Thus, the 10-pound rate was applied. She said I would just need to have eBay get on the phone and it would be corrected. LOL. I told her not possible because the eBay rep will not do this. So I'm screwed out of $30. eCurb replied and said, this is why I think Joe's box was increased from 17 by 17 by 8 to 34 by 34 by 16. And I agree with him, of course. And all the things replied and said, eCurb true. His package got too close to another box and the scanner scanned it wrong. I'm sure this is common and millions of companies are billed incorrectly. I would say most companies do not audit freight bills. I know of companies that audit companies' freight bills as a service. To remind you guys, in last week's video I talked about FedEx grossly overcharging me and some of you guys. I made a list of the affected listings with listing numbers and amounts, and to this day I still have not called eBay, but I'm definitely going to do it. I've just been so busy with other things. In fact, the other day I decided to call eBay regarding that issue and another issue which I'll talk about shortly, and the wait time was 44 minutes. So I decided I was getting ready to leave here for the day. I said I'll call later at night from home. When I tried to call from home, when I requested the call back, the wait time had jumped to 96 minutes. 96 minutes. That's over an hour and a half. So I decided it just wasn't worth my time. I decided to try another time, which I will in the near future. Now, before I talk about the topics I mentioned earlier, I want to show you something that just happened that really bums me out. I just got a notification on my phone that an item sold. So I decided to check it and see what it was, and it's a Ford Transit hubcap. But I want you to see what eBay is showing the buyer. Take a look at this. Now there's the item that I just sold, okay? Now if you look below my picture, you're going to see links taking that customer and other customers off eBay where they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sites selling the exact same item that the buyer just bought from me. To rehash, to encapsulate, the buyer just bought an item from me on eBay. The buyer paid and was immediately showed the same item from 6 other sellers, not on eBay, off eBay. eBay is taking our customers off the site. And I think it's repulsive and I think it's disgusting. And I have to stop talking about it right now or I'm going to go into one of my things, and you know how I can get when I go into one of my things. So I'm just going to stop and I'm going to take a drink from the Fox News Cup of Life. It's the only thing that I think is going to maybe calm me down. This is the Fox News Cup of Life. Happy is he who drinks from it. I needed that. Let me tell you now about a scammer. Those of you guys who are in certain Facebook groups or watch other videos on YouTube where people talk about their eBay experiences will know that there are certain people that will not use the word scammer because they're politically correct and they want to be all nice and nicer. I'm a realist. One thing you guys should realize about me now is that you get straight talk from me. Whether it's good or bad, I'm going to report it to you, and I call it as I see it. I got a notification from eBay a couple of days ago that a buyer is attempting to do a chargeback with their credit card company for $120. They claim they have never received the item that they purchased from me on eBay. They purchased the item in the beginning of December, but they only opened the case a couple of days ago. eBay wanted me to answer the charge and submit a tracking number, which of course I did. The tracking clearly shows that the item was delivered to the buyer in a timely manner to the address provided. Now let's talk about the buyer. The buyer registered on eBay the day they bought my item specifically to buy my item, ergo they have zero feedback. I believe in this case this was a concerted effort by somebody to scam the system. Think about it. What are the odds that a person is going to sign up to eBay, buy an item, and immediately claim they did not get that item when the tracking shows it was delivered to them? And what are the odds that that same person will not open the case with eBay, where I can clearly show the tracking was delivered, but they open it through their credit card company? They think they can get away with it. Now, my gut tells me I should make a screenshot video for you guys, even though you prefer this type video more than the screenshot videos. But the reason I'm not yet producing a screenshot video is because the case is still ongoing. I have to wait for eBay to settle it. What I think might happen is I think eBay's seller protection is going to kick in, and I think eBay is going to reimburse me the $120 that's on hold and let the customer keep their money. Now keep in mind, this is not an eBay problem per se. The person is not scamming eBay, they're really scamming their credit card company. Although eBay is the one that's going to take the hit if they cover me and give me my money back and let the customer keep the item. Are you with me on this? This is something that definitely needs to be addressed. It never happened to me in the old days, but in the last year or a year and a half, it's happened about half a dozen times, and I'm not standing for it. So, expect a video from me in the near future, and I'm going to be exposing somebody, all right? Because I don't think it's fair for people to scam online. I'm a big anti-scammer advocate, and I'd like to hear from you guys what you think about this. Now I want to talk about returns. There are 3 types of returns on eBay. 1, legit returns. A person buys an item, they buy the wrong size, and heck, they file for a return, they admit they bought the wrong size, they pay the shipping back, we give them a refund, case closed. Guys, although we don't like returns, it's going to happen when you're doing online commerce. I get that. I have no problem with legit returns. The second type returns are what I would call fraudulent returns. The customer buys an item, buys the wrong size, then claims we sent him an item not as described or it arrived broken. Now, I had that happen this week, which is why I was trying to call eBay the other night. A person bought a used item from me, got the item, and I had no returns selected on the item. The person then fraudulently claimed the item arrived broken. But in the description, they wrote, "This item is used. I thought it was new. I want to return it." This is the person I talked about last week in my last week's video, where I said to you guys, what do you think I did? And the answer was nothing. I didn't answer his return request for 4.5 days. I let it go to the max. And then I finally had to accept it because eBay would step in then and make me take the return, and I'd get a ding even though I did nothing wrong. This is another loophole, in my opinion, that's ongoing on eBay that really needs to be corrected. But what I really want to talk about is the third type return. And this is something that I know some of you guys get, and I get it occasionally. It's what I call the unsolicited return. So for that, I want to show you something. So today, this box arrived. It's a return. I wasn't exactly surprised because I have 6 open returns, just like I've told you in the last 2 weeks. The same 6 returns are open because eBay does not require the buyers to send the items back for like 3 weeks. Out of those 6 returns, 2 people have actually gone through the trouble of printing out a label, all right? One printed out a label 2 weeks ago. I still don't have the item back. The other one just printed the label yesterday, and the other 4 have not lifted a finger yet. But anyway, let me show you this. So I open the box, and it's this Buick cap. Now, I know I have no open returns for Buick caps. Along with it is the packing list that I included with a hastily scribbled note, which I'm going to read to you. Wrong size. Needs to be 7 inches. Please mail me or refund. Are you freaking kidding? Let me explain why I'm not going to mail anything else. Number one, I would have to pay for the shipping. I don't roll that way. I didn't make the mistake here. I listed this correctly, and you'll notice, look, on the back, there are 3 clips on the back. I theorize, and I'm not even sure, but I theorize he might want this one, which is a 4-clip cap. Okay? Nonetheless, the mistake was not mine, it's the customer's. He circumvented the eBay process by sending this back to me, thereby foregoing his eBay buyer protections. Okay? My question to you, we're going to have a little experiment like we did last week. You're in my position. You received this unsolicited return where the buyer says, either send me a replacement cap or give me a refund. What would you do? You have 5 seconds to answer. All right. Okay. I know. It was easier this time. I heard no less than 3 different people yell out the right answer. I know one was Dennis Copper, but the other 2 voices I didn't quite recognize. So if you guys would comment below, that would be great so I can get to learn your voices. The correct answer, in my opinion, is nothing. Nothing. If he wants to open a return with eBay, I'll be more than happy to give him a full refund, but not with original shipping because he made the mistake. I absolutely, steadfastly refuse to send any replacement items on my dime. If they want to pay for the shipping and they're certain of what they need, I would consider it, but I would really like to just end the deal. But as of right now, I'm not doing a freaking thing. That's not how I roll. Everything's going to be done through eBay rules. Sales this week have been quite tumultuous, if I would say. Saturday and Sunday were the 2 slowest days I've had in recent memory, with Saturday setting an all-time slow record. It was horrible. However, during the week was pretty darn good. But yet Saturday and Sunday were disgustingly slow, with Saturday being an absolute nightmare. So I'm wondering how your sales were, guys. Feel free to comment that in the comment section below if you wish to. That being said, I'm going to bring this video to a close now because I've covered several major topics that I'd like you to address. I would like you to address the unsolicited return, the eBay credit card scammer who's trying to do a chargeback even though it shows he received the item from me $120 is nothing to sneeze at, and I'm not going to let it drop. And I'd like you to comment about FedEx overcharging you or any other eBay topic you want, okay? I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thank you for watching my video. Every Friday night, I come out here and I make eBay videos to try and help you stay successful on the platform. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comment section what you want me to talk about, and I'll be glad to hit it up next week. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I've solved a lot of problems. I'm still making money online. I've never worn a mask, and I never will on my eBay videos. I've never distorted my voice because I feel that's dishonest and I feel it's unscrupulous. So yeah, heck, I'm a CEO and a CFO of my own company. So go out there, make a ton of money on eBay, rock on, and peace! Two things that will never change. We will never get a sunny day. I can't remember the last time I was out here with a blue sky in back of me. Maybe one of you can. I can't. It's going to be dry on Sunday, so I hope to go out and do an exploration video for you. And I hope to make an eBay screenshot video in the near future with the resolution of the case I talked about earlier. And that being said, the only thing left is to always remember, don't be bitchy!